How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Amatsutsumi. We are most definitely in Hotaru's story, the final stretch here of the game, yeehaw and all that, and there's a lot of questions that I still have, but we don't need to worry about them right now, or at least I'm not going to worry about them too much. Instead, we're going to forget about finals and just go hang out with Hotaru. Where that leads, I have no idea. I mean, I hope we do get some answers and we start to get an idea as to what the heck is even going on, because I'm sure it's going to kind of circle back around to whatever the main plot here of the game is. But for now, let's just have fun. And with that, we set off. Soon we're walking along the lakeshore. Two students walking around town in the middle of finals week would draw too much attention, so this was about the only place we could go. The shallows glitter in the sunlight. I sigh at the quiet beauty of the scene. She murmurs as she gazes out at the lake. That's how I felt during the first few days at school, too. At my own words, she seems to finally remember I'm standing next to her. She turns to look at me.
これが誠さんや愛菜ちゃんのいる世界なんですね。同じ場所にいるけれど、見えているものが違う。静かで孤独じゃなくて、ここなんですね。
Well, I don't really know how to describe the world I live in, but she might be right. Maybe the way we're feeling now is similar to how I used to feel back in the village. My world was quiet and beautiful. The lack of people to intrude upon that quiet made it all the more beautiful. I felt the same sense of perfect beauty in the empty world that Mana created with her kotodama, where the only person I could detect was her. But now my world contains everyone. And you're here too, standing right in front of me, Hotaru. I smile at her. I have to say, while this beautiful kind of world is nice, I prefer school, where we can all laugh and have fun together. Hotaru blinks at me a few times, and then finally she flashes her usual smile.
どちらも体験した誠さんが言うなら、そうなんでしょうね。
The grass is always greener on the other side, after all. How the fuck do we know about that? There is no way we can know about that line, unless we learned it in school. Well, actually, the grass literally is greener here than in the village. I wonder why. I smile back at her. I feel like the warmth of the human world has returned to us. Actually, it's downright hot. The summer sun is blazing overhead again today. It's hot.
暑いですね。折り紙でラムネかレモンスカッシュが飲みたいです。
We can go there if you want. I can use my kotodama on Azuki-san so she doesn't realize we're skipping finals.
いえ、行ってみただけで、もう少しここにいたいです。
Sure, let's. She says she wants to be here, but I don't think she means the lake. She means this place, this world straddling the boundary between the everyday and the extraordinary. If we make our way back to the cafe, that means stepping firmly onto the side of the ordinary.
喫茶店に行きたくないってことではないんですよ。
She seems to realize that I might have gotten the wrong impression. No, I understand what you mean.
サボりなんて、ホタル、生まれて初めてで、ドキドキしてるんです。
I've skipped school a whole lot. I try to count the number of times on my fingers, but I quickly realize it'll take too long to remember them all. Yeah, I can't even remember all of them. I mean, you have to kind of consider all the routes, but obviously the one that we can remember the most right now is Mana's, where we were gone for like a whole week. Of course, some of those times were because of Mana's kotodama, there you go. But even ignoring those, my attendance rate isn't great. I think we missed school during Azuki being sick. I feel bad for skipping so much, after you went to all the trouble to make me enroll. Don't you remember how you helped me with what kotodama to say to the teachers and helped me get a uniform?
大したことではありませんでしたから。
Yeah. Huh. Not a big deal. Not a big deal to something just a few weeks ago, you know? How could you forget that? It was a big deal to me.
恩を返すつもりなら、もっと面白いことをお願いします。つまり、誠さんは自然体でいいということですけど。
Whoever we're speaking to right now is not the same person that we spoke to in the very beginning of this entire adventure. And that's a little sad. And also, a little suspicious, if you will. But I am being myself. I'm pretty sure I'm always conscientious about things.
笑える。
I want to protest, but I should probably let sleeping Hotarus lie, as they say. Who says that? Who would ever say that? In any specific way? Anyway, are you really okay with skipping your finals like this? Are you sure you don't want me to fix your grades or anything?
そうですね。
She frowns.
勢いに任せてテストを放棄しちゃったけど、気になるのは間違いなくて。
I mean, I talked about it in the last episode. I was reminiscing on a lot of final stuff and school and whatever else. And one of them was a really messed up final that I took. Like, it was horrendous. I mean, I was able to pass it and the class because nobody could ever figure out that final. But if there was a test to just walk out on and not even care at the moment of the consequences, it would be that one. But obviously later on, I'd be like, oh shit, I'm gonna fail the class now.
誠さんがその気になれば、後からでも成績を普通にできちゃうんですもんね。
Yeah.
いえ、いいんです。ホタルは今、悪い子なんです。
You're a good girl, Hotaru.
何度も言いますが、ストレートに言葉を拾うの、照れくさいからやめてくださいよ。
I like the face you make when you're embarrassed, Hotaru.
それも恥ずかしいんです。禁止。
Alright, alright.
何なんですか？今日はもう。
For that matter, you're pretty different today too, Hotaru. You seem more cheerful than usual.
そうですか？
In my experience, I'd say the normal Hotaru is more cool and collected, I guess.
むしろ、ホタルはいつもこんな感じだと思いますか？
She looks at me oddly and then raises her eyebrows.
もしかしたら誠さん、普段のホタルと話したことないんじゃないですか？
Huh? What do you mean? What is the normal Hotaru then?
ごく普通の生活をしているホタルです。
Ah, she might be right. Whenever I've talked to Hotaru so far, it's always been when I'm in the middle of some crisis or have something heavy on my mind. And that's not all. I live with Kokoro, Mana, and Azuki-san, so I chat about everyday topics with them frequently. Kyoko lived in the Oribe household for a while too, and she's one of my classmates anyway. Hotaru's the only one who's been a sort of strange exception to my daily life.
ラブ&バイオレンスな言動がホタルの持ち味ですが、人間ですから、友達と話していればはしゃぎもしますよ。
I see. A friend. I feel a little disappointed in her words. Disappointed. I want as many friends as possible, so why am I disappointed that she considers me a friend?
どうしたんですか？
I just realized that my microphone may have been scooting away from me. That or I'm just like, I might be like really losing it here. I'm not really sure. I should always check to make sure that everything is the way I want them before I record. Also, I'd be very suspicious if my microphone was actually moving away from me. I don't think that's possible. Anyways, back to the game. She must have sensed the discord in my expression as she looks up into my eyes. Her face is in perfect kissing distance. I was just wondering how I feel about you, Hotaru.
はい？
Now she really looks confused.
何わけのわからないこと言ってるんですか？誠さんこそ熱でおかしくなってるんじゃないですか？
No, I think I'm perfectly fine.
異常の権化みたいな存在のくせに。
And you got me there. Well, she's not wrong. I'm pretty abnormal.
誠さんがホタルのことをどう思ってるかって友達じゃないんですか？それはまあ男なんだからたまに性欲の対象に感じる時もあるでしょうけど。
Gosh. You don't mince your words.
そんな雰囲気や関係になることなんて今のところありえないでしょ？
Huh? We stare at each other. I'm not sure how to explain it, but I feel like there's some kind of fundamental misunderstanding between us, but I don't know what it is. She must be thinking the same thing since her face turns serious. She ponders briefly, then seems to quickly realize something. I knew she was smart.
いや、どうしよう。
Go ahead. I'm not sure what we're missing, but you're probably figuring it out faster than I am.
いえ、もしかして、ホタ
My
ルと
god.
誠さん
Come on, Makoto, piece the fucking pieces together or something, because it's obvious that something's not right here.
キスとかしたことあるんですか？
My god. It's not the same person. It is not. Whoever this is, whoever is in control of Hotaru right now, or whatever the fuck that deal is, it's sad. I don't know if you guys knew, but I don't know how many times I've talked about it, probably not enough. That scene where she kissed him, I even included it in my year in review video, because that shit is awesome. I fucking love that scene. If I had to choose a CG, it's that CG. That is one of the CGs in this game that I saw in the advertising material that got me very interested in this entire game. I don't know why, but it's a very prominent one. And she doesn't even fucking remember. What? I can't respond. I don't even understand what she's saying. Does she really not remember the kiss that we shared in the middle of the classroom that day? As I continue to stare at her in silent shock, she puts her hands to her flushed cheeks.
もしかして、その反応はあるんですね。
Yeah. And we've gone much further than kissing too. We've even made love, though she did tell me at the time that she'd forget all about it afterward. Probably a little bit more too literal. I didn't think she meant that literally, yeah. But from her reaction right now, maybe she really did forget. She seems too flustered to notice the confusion in my gaze.
いえ、すみません。本当にごめんなさい。変な意味ではなくて、これはホタルの問題なんです。多分、その時のことが衝撃すぎて、記憶から飛んでしまっていたみたいで。
There's no shock to be had if you're the one that initiated it. Straight up. Huh. I see.
ああ、それでしたら、誠さんがホタルのことをどう思っているかと考えるのはありえますね。
Hotaru, I'm sure you've already guessed this, but I've slept with Kokoro, Kyoko, and Mana before.
それは、まあ、気配で察するところはありましたが、
And you're kind of
ハ
part
レ
of
ムで
it.
すね。そのショッキングなお話をホタルにする理由とは何ぞやです。
Right, well, I did sleep with them, but I decided not to enter into a relationship with any of them.
まあ、そのあたりの感覚は人それぞれでは。
She trails off, and then she stares at me. I'm sure they do. I was thinking about it just this morning. The reason why I didn't choose any of them, why I chose not to choose any of them. Haha, it's me, it's all me. If there is a reason, I'm sure I know what it is. I love you, Hotaru. And I don't mean just as a person. I love you as a woman. Where the fuck did our music go? I need that back. Those eyes! Wow, we're doing the confession, like, already. Goddamn. Hey, can we go back to all that? So that's what happened this afternoon. What's with these expressions? It's nighttime now. I happened to meet Mana and Kokoro in the living room, so I sat them down and explained what happened, hoping to get their advice. What do you mean, huh?
いや、いろいろと思うことはあるんだけど、まず、ホタルの答えは？
She ran away. She ran away before I could get an answer from her. She raced off like a bat out of hell, and I was too surprised to try and stop her. Which is why my story ended where it did. I've tried to call and text her since then, but she's not responding. Gee, I wonder why. I guess according to how things go in the outside world, this means I've been rejected?
ちょっと待ってね。ショッキングビーチツリーで私も考えがまとまらないから。なんで私テスト勉強しなきゃいけないのに、こんなびっくりする話を聞かされてるの？
Oh yeah, we really should not be talking to you about this. Calm down.
ちょっと落ち着いた。でも、振られたってことじゃないと思うよ。
Oh.
ホタルも予想外すぎて、返事を待ってほしいってことじゃないかな。
I see. Well, if she didn't reject me, that's good.
マナちゃん大丈夫？
I think her heart's a little broken here. Kokoro turns to Mana, but Mana has been stiffly staring into space for a little while now. I didn't use a kotodama on her. Excuse me. I did not use a kotodama on her or anything either. I can speak. Mana, do you have anything to add? I explicitly ask her for her opinion.
ちょっと耳がおかしくなったみたい。耳掃除をしてくるわ。
Well, that's an interesting one. She mumbles under her breath and drifts away to Kokoro's room.
マナちゃん大丈夫かな？
Sorry for springing this on you suddenly.
それは、そうだね。どうしたの急に。
I don't want to lie to you or Mana whenever I can avoid it, and besides, I begin to mumble. It's not that I'm afraid exactly, but a similarly cold feeling settles over me. I've made love to you, Kokoro. Kokoro nods. We had put our relationship on hold, but now that I've decided I love Hotaru, I wanted to make sure to set things straight between us. I know it's selfish of me to do this, considering my relationships with Kokoro and Mana thus far. Kokoro has every right to break down into tears. Mana has every right to call me all the names she likes. I wanted to make sure you knew how I felt.
そうだね。待ってって言ったのは私だし、兄弟だもんね。
Oh yeah, but that's totally stopped us before, apparently. Her sad smile strikes me like a blow. Mana comes back out of Kokoro's room.
何？
Oh, you think you misheard? She touches her ears again as she comes over to us and sits down. I'm in love with Hotaru. I wanted to let you and Kokoro know that.
けじめね。
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Yes.
わかったわ。
She accepts it surprisingly easily. But I'm sure that inside her heart is overflowing with all her memories of us. I know because I'm the same. I've been with her for longer than anyone else, even my own parents. We've spent almost our entire lives together. In a sense, I understand is the only thing she can really say.
そっか。ホタルンか。
Kokoro mutters to herself, and then she looks up and smiles.
ね、兄さん、マナちゃん、一つだけいいかな。
Sure. I nod and Mana turns to look at Kokoro as well.
私、妹だけど、兄さんのことが男の人として好きで、いろいろとあって、今、すごく悔しくて、苦しくて、辛くて。でも、兄さんと親友のホタルンが付き合うことになったら、それはとっても嬉しいことで。私、この後、部屋に戻って泣くと思うんだけど、嬉しい気持ちも本当だから言っておくんだけど、ホタルンを幸せにしてあげて、ね。
Kokoro gets up and returns to her room. I follow her with my eyes. Thank you. That's all I'm able to say before she closes the door behind her.
これで、お兄ちゃんが小さい子に振られたら、それはそれで面白いわよね。
I mean, if that is going to be the case, let's say that, it is what it is. I mean, straight up. Better to be real with your feelings and know that you don't necessarily have feelings for all these other individuals. You had feelings for one specific individual, and it just did not work out. At least you were able to get your feelings out in the open. Everyone is totally square away. No confusion, no misunderstandings. Don't jinx it. I can't help but frown at Mana's joke. But Mana is smiling now too.
心のことは私に任せて。
Can I?
姉妹だもの。
Mana,
大丈夫。言霊は使わないわ。
that means she won't force false emotions on Kokoro.
ただ、誠の悪口をあることないこと言い合ってけなしまくっておくわ。牧年人とか女たらしとか。
The womanizer name is probably very suitable, to be honest. You don't have to go into that much detail to my face, you know.
ただ、お兄ちゃん、
Her expression changes.
あのホタルって子、裏に何かあるわよ。
Oh, I'm aware. You're right. I'm well aware. Good shit. Glad you were able to pick that up. For one thing, kotodama does not work on her. Even putting that aside, she's the kind of girl who even outsiders like Mana and I can tell is abnormal.
言霊使いがあの子に惹かれるって感覚は、私もわかるわ。
With that, Mana turns and leaves the room as well. Only I am left. I heave a sigh. I listen to my sister's voices, but if they're saying anything I can't hear, I doubt I'll sleep well tonight. I don't think they're going to sleep well tonight either, especially Kokoro, who, 1, has to study, 2, just got her heart fucking broken, and 3, has to think about all of this. So yeah, good timing, you know? Glad that all worked out. It's Thursday. During this morning's finals, I'm just sitting at my desk, my chin propped up on my hands and staring into space. Kokoro and Mana didn't say much to me this morning. It's not that they were avoiding me, but more that they were being considerate enough to not to revive the topic from last night. I look over at Mana's desk, but she's not there. After yesterday's boring experience, she decided to use her kotodama right away to escape from school for the day. I, on the other hand, am still here. I'm sure Hotaru wouldn't skip school 2 days in a row either. I want to see her. I feel like I can sit here for as many hours as I need to, if I spend them thinking about her. Yeah, have fun with that. I would hate to do that. I mean, we could just sleep if we're behind on sleep, but alas, I don't think we're behind on sleep. After 3 hours of tests, I head out to the front gates to meet up with Kokoro so we can go home together.
お腹すいたね。早く帰ってご飯を食べたい。
When she arrives, her mood seems to be as good as her appetite is healthy. You're pretty happy considering you just took 3 finals.
今日は英語がなかったからね。
That was yesterday, huh?
そう、昨日最大の山場は終わったの。
So you must have been pretty depressed on your way home yesterday. Ha, she's so easy to read.
でも昨日は朝にマナちゃんに慰められたから意外と落ち着いてテストできたけどね。
That's great.
落ち着いてちゃんと実力通りにテストが受けられる。
Well, yeah, she did say something to her. As advice, probably not. Recently, Mana has started being able to use gentler kotodama like that too. Which is good, all things considered. We stroll down the street at a leisurely pace.
それでね、テスト終わったら友達が夜に花火しようって誘ってくれたの。
She happily tells me about her day. It doesn't seem like she's putting on a brave face, but it's clear that there's one topic she's avoiding. Hey, Kokoro.
何兄さん。兄さんも一緒に花火したい？どういうか、花火わかる？
We learned about them in another route. And no, not that. I think it's unnatural to keep avoiding the topic, so I'll just ask you straight out. I'm careful not to let my tones seem too heavy. About what we talked about last night, should we talk about it some more, or do you think we should just close the book on it? Her smile fades, but when she looks up at me, I sense surprisingly little weakness in her expression.
兄さんはどうしたいのかな？
I guess I'd prefer to talk about it.
一緒だね。でも別に責めたりしたいってことじゃなくて、私も話していいのかなって遠慮してただけだ。
I see.
まあ、 昨日マナちゃんと話したんだけど、兄さんがホタルに振られたら、元の関係に戻るだけだしね。
You guys. No, I guess if they're able to be that positive about it, things will turn out alright after all. Girls are really tough.
とこ
Us
ろで
guys,
兄さん、
however.
午後の予定は？
Nothing really. I figured I might as well help out at the cafe. Azuki-san told Kokoro and me that we don't need to help out at the cafe during finals, but unlike Kokoro, it's not like I'm busy studying or anything. And it's not like Koichi Kyoko or any of my other friends at school that would be down to actually hang out during finals either.
そっか。うん。家にいてくれるならいいんだ。
It seems like she's up to something.
秘密だよ。
So she says it so cutely that as her brother, I can't bring myself to pry any further. Nope, we just have to live with it. It is what it is. Okay, either I'm getting further away from my microphone or my microphone is, like, escaping me slightly. I'm gonna have to, like, look into that. By lunchtime, Mana was back home, so the three of us had lunch together. After that, I started a shift behind the counter at the cafe. It's barely past the lunchtime rush, but there aren't very many customers today. Azuki-san murmurs happily. Curry seems to be a popular choice today, so I've mostly just been ladling rising curry onto plates. Easy work.
もうすぐ8月になるし、夏本番で暑いからみんな食欲なくなってきたのかな。
まあ、この時期はお昼時より午後に入ってからお茶を飲みに来る人の方が多くなるわね。
飲み物系のメニュー、新しいの考えようかな。
考えるだけならいいわよ。絶対に心には作らせないけど。なんでって。あなた、夏用の新メニューで一番最初に思いつく材料を言ってごらんなさい。
タバスコ。
絶対にダメ。
だからなんで？暑いからこそ暑いものの方が涼しくなるかもだよ。
There's no you never know about it. We do know. I listened to this amusing mother-daughter conversation as I work.
ごちそうさま。お皿、流しに置いておいたわ。
Mana stops after dropping off her dishes. She started her lunch at the same time as us, but she had a generous second helping, so she only just finished now. Incidentally, we had cutlet curry.
お皿は自分で洗った方がいいのかしら？
いいわよ。他のお客さんのお皿も出るはずだし、一緒に洗うから。
はい。美味しかったです。
お粗末様でした。
というか、みんな暑いのね。私は最高に気分が良い季節だけれど。
She must have heard Kokoro and Azuki-san talking about the summer heat.
マナちゃん夏でもひんやりだもんね。外で近くにいると涼しくて気持ちいいんだよ。
我が娘ながらクールビューティーね。
クールなんとかはよくわからないけれど、褒められているのはわかるわ。
Mana, do you still feel cold? I whispered her so that nobody else can hear.
いいえ、完全に雪の影響が消えたわけではないけれど、以前と比べたら全然暖かい。
She smiles happily.
今日ね、昼間外を歩いていたら、少し汗をかいたの。誠が笑えるようになったみたいに。私もやっと夏を取り戻した感じかしら。
That's great, Mana. It's been quite a pleasant day so far. School ended early, but I expect the rest of the day to be as normal can be. But there is one thing that's a little bit off. As the afternoon proceeds, fewer and fewer customers remain in the cafe. Once they're all gone, Azuki-san starts washing the dishes while I wipe down the tables and sweep the floor. As usual, Mana is reading shoujo manga in the corner while sipping on a drink. But for some reason, Kokoro is here too, even though she's not on a shift.
ココロ、あなた、勉強しなくていいの？
Azuki-san has noticed the oddity as well.
いや、別に小言が言いたいわけじゃないというか、私はテストの点が青春じゃないと思う側だけど。
ちょっとね。というか、みーさんやまなちゃんにこそ勉強しろって言わなくていいの？
あの二人はいろいろあって、こう、あれだし。
And that's all the explanation we need.
まあ、あれだよね。
長い目で見るわ。
Back when I had just left the village, I don't think I would have been able to make any sense out of what Kokoro and Azuki-san just said. But now I've kinda started to get those kinds of nuances. Well, considering how bad we are at academics, it's only natural for them to think it's pointless for us to study. Hotaru? That's gotta be Hotaru, I mean, come on. But just as I'm about to jump into the conversation, the front door opens. And it is. Welcome. Ah.
こんにちは。
Hotaru is standing in the doorway.
あら、いらっしゃい、ホタルちゃん。
ヤッホー。ヤッホー。
Hotaru returns Kokoro's greeting like an echo.
今日は遊びに来たのかしら。それとも、お客さんとして？
どちらでも態度を変えてもらう必要はないですが、今日は心に誘われて遊びに。
そうなんだ。家の中にいるなら、娘のお友達にサービスしちゃうわ。
あずきさんがサービスとか言うと、ちょっと、エッチいですね。
もちろんよ。
Huh.
あら、あずきさん。そういうことは、二人きりの時に。
What the fuck is with this conversation?
やだ、ホタルちゃんこそ、人前でそんな大胆な。
二人ともノリノリだね。
Hotaru. Finally getting over my bewilderment at her sudden visit, I managed to get a word in.
誠さんもこんにちは。
Kokoro invited you over to hang out?
はい。聞いていなかったんですか？
I did not.
言ってないもん。
Kokoro is smiling for some reason.
ああ、そういうこと。
Before I can even start trying to figure out what's going on, Hotaru's already reacting.
ああ、そうだ。ホタルンごめんね。遊びに誘ったんだけど、私やっぱり勉強しなくちゃいけないの。
Oh, how convenient.
はいはい。そういう展開になるんでしょうね。
Now Hotaru is heaving a sigh for some reason.
無駄を省きましょうか。では、誠さん。代わりに遊んでいただけますか？
Huh? You mean you want to hang out with me instead? I'm surprised. I mean, I was hoping to get a chance to talk to Hotaru, so this development is convenient for me, but I'm working right now, though.
そういうことなら、出かけていいわよ。
Oh, perfect. That works. What? I'm even more surprised at how quickly Azuki-san jumped in. What's going on here?
というか、こんな雑な振りで驚くの誠くんだけだろうし。心？もう少しうまくやりなさいよ。
兄さんだけ驚かせれば目的は達成だもん。
それもそうね。
Huh? Everyone else seems unfazed. Well, anyway, if you all say so. I take off my apron and hang it up. My wallet is still in my pocket from school, so I'm ready to leave any time.
それでは誠さん、行きましょうか。
Time for round 2.
クーラーで体が冷えてきたし、私も。マナちゃんはダメ。
お兄ちゃんの代わりにバイトね。
Oh.
なんで？素で驚いてくれてる人がもう一人いたよ。
兄弟ね。
ちょっと、なんで笑いながら腕をつかむの？
It's getting pretty weird in here.
いってらっしゃい。
ゆっくりしてきていいわよ。
I feel like Kokoro and Azuki-san are practically trying to kick me out the door, so I leave. Well, what's gonna happen here? I smile sheepishly as I shade my face from the sun's glare with my hand. So basically, Kokoro is trying to get you and me alone together, right?
気づくのが2分以上遅いですよ。
She throws me a teasing sidelong glance. Hey, at least I figured it out by myself. That's progress, right?
それは確かに。
Anyway, I'm glad I got to meet you. You ran away from me yesterday, and I haven't been able to contact you since.
それは、突然、あんなことを言われたら。
She's uncharacteristically hesitant in her words. How cute. This might be the first time I've ever seen her like this. No, actually, that day when we kissed in the classroom, she sprinted away in much the same way as she did yesterday. you're really on top of things when it's about other people. But when it comes to your own love life, you don't know what to say, do you?
だから、
Ha, you're so cute.
もう、何度も言いますが、ストレートな物言いはやめてください。
Man, it's so fun to watch girls squirm like this. That is a weird statement to make. That aside, do you have an answer for me yet?
昨日の告白ですよね。
No, about what you want to order for lunch. Yeah, about that.
もちろん、ホタルも昨日からずっと考えていましたけど。まず、誠さん、正気ですか？
Huh? What do you mean?
そうですよ。よりにもよって好きな相手として決断したのがこのホタルなんですか？
What do you mean by this?
もっと魅力的で安定した女の子たちが周りにたくさんいるのに？
Excuse me, stable?
すみません。安定はないですね。
Yeah, all the other characters that we've come across here, one that we actually grew up with and two that we met here, are far from stable. Nah.
言い直しますが、恋人として結ばれて普通に幸せに過ごせる女の子たちが他にいるのにです。
That might be true, I suppose. Kokoro, Mana, and Kyoko all come to mind. The major issues they were struggling with have all been resolved now, and I'm on a solid footing with each of them. It's plain to see that even now, any one of them would happily accept a confession of love from me. So I'm well aware that choosing Hotaru instead is by far the least safe and the least stable option. But the fact is, I'm in love with you, not them, so why would I hesitate? Kokoro makes a strangled sound as her hand flies to her cheeks. For a second, I thought she was slapping a mosquito, but no, she's trying to stop herself from breaking into a smile. She's totally adorable.
もう少しだけ返事を待ってもらってもいいですか？そこまで遅くはしませんから。
Sure, I'm in no hurry.
どうも。
Oh, if we just stand here outside the cafe, Mana might come out and join us. I'm glad I realized that since Kokoro went to all the trouble to get the two of us alone together.
離れましょうか。
How about the lake?
誠さんとカラオケに行くわけにもいきませんし、遊ぶ場所がない街ですしね。
She laughs as she starts walking. Oh yeah, there's no way karaoke is gonna work out. Soon we arrive at the main road closest to the lake. Hotaru is short and doesn't walk very fast, so I'm walking slowly to keep to her pace.
今日もなかなかの日差しですね。
Man, this music is banging. She shades her eyes with a hand and looks up at the sky. Droplets of sweat are beating sensually on the back of her neck. I forget, Hotaru, do you not like the heat?
別に我慢できないということもないですが、好きではない。
She rubs the back of her hand gingerly.
7月も半ばになると日差しが強くなって、気をつけないと日焼けしそうですよ。
I feel that. There's nothing wrong with getting a tan. It makes you look healthier.
いやいや、小麦色の肌も憧れますが、ホタルは元の肌が白いせいか、真っ赤になって見たいだけなんです。
I see. I remember Mana saying something similar back when we lived in the village. I guess women everywhere worry about their skin. A lot of our customers at the cafe are women and they... Ah, right. Hotaru, wait here. God damn, excuse me. Hotaru, wait here for a moment.
はい？
I was low-key about to choke. I need to buy something. I'll be right back. I tried my luck with a nearby shop. Most of the shops around here sell souvenirs, so I'm not sure if I'll find what I'm looking for. But it seems I'm lucky today. Here you go.
これって。
She opens it out. She opens it out, a surprised look on her face.
日傘？
Wow. They actually added it to her sprite. Holy shit. Yeah, they're good for protecting against sunburn, apparently. I had noticed that a lot of women bring umbrellas to the cafe, even when it's not raining. So I did some research a while back and learned about parasols.
用途は普通に知っていますよ。
Goddamn game, let me get a fucking drink. And not to choke. She leans the parasol back against her shoulder and starts twirling it by twisting the handle.
日傘なんていきなり渡されて驚いたというか、お金を払うべきですか？
No need to pay me, think of it as a gift.
そうですか。プレゼントなら素直にありがとうございます。
She's still best girl. A pure white parasol with an elegant laced rim, and standing underneath Hotaru with a pretty smile on her face. I can't help but sigh in appreciation. Ah, how lovely. I never thought of umbrellas as fashion accessories, but that parasol looks great on you, Hotaru.
いえ、その鏡がないので自分で似合っているかわからないのですが、お世辞でも照れます。
What, do you think I'm capable of empty flattery?
最近なら言えるようになっていそうですね。
Ha, maybe so, maybe so.
もう嫌な人。
She pouts at me, but the parasol on her shoulder is spinning as merrily as ever. The parasol has caught your fancy, has it? Lifted your mood, perhaps?
いいえ、ホタルはお高い人間ですから、このくらいで怪獣されたりはしません。パンよりもお菓子とケーキが好きなのですよ、ムッシュ。
Her words sound harsh and difficult, but the parasol shows no signs of slowing its spin. The bright summer sun, the blue summer sky, and Hotaru's parasol twirling around and around. Come on, you obviously like it.
もちろん宝物にします。
I smile, rolling my eyes. She's all over the place as usual, but that's part of her charm.
そうだ、鏡はないけど携帯で写真を撮ってもらえばいいですね。
Oh, I forgot about that feature.
誠さん、どうぞ。
She leans forward a little and flashes a bright smile. Man, her every motion is cute. I take out my phone and after a little trial and error, manage to figure out where the camera app is.
もたもたもたもた。
Could you please not add sound effects to me using my phone?
女の子を困らせて楽しんでる誠さんと同じようなものです。
Ah, I see.
さもありなん。イ
The camera's ready now.
エーイ。
She smiles even more broadly. I press the shutter button. Alright, I got it.
どんな感じですか？
She comes over excitedly to peek at my phone screen.
確かに日傘ってお嬢様っぽい。
While she looks at the picture, I enjoy the view of her smiling face beside me. You actually kind of are an heiress, though, right? Your parents own the hospital, after all.
病院の娘くらいじゃ皆さんのイメージする本物のお嬢様には程遠いですよ。
Really?
そもそもホタルの性格がお嬢様らしくはありませんし、どこぞの大企業の娘さんで病弱とかでおとなしいかツンツンしていれば完璧なお嬢様でしょうね。
Well, even if you're not a real heiress, I like you the way you are, Hotaru.
だからそうやって好き好き言うのやめてくださいよ。
But I like praising people, thanking them, stuff like that.
それは良い心がけだと思いますが。
Suddenly, she looks back at my phone as if something just occurred to her.
ねえ、誠さん、
What?
この写真ずっと消さないでいてくれる？
What? I wasn't planning to delete it.
ありがとうございます。
Huh? For what?
この日傘をもらったことと合わせて、それが私の思い出になるから。
I don't like how she's wording that. I've noticed that Hotaru usually tries to avoid using pronouns like I or me, but once in a while she does use them. And I feel like the way she used them just now was particularly unusual.
そうです。それが今日の私。
And this person that she is today is different than the one she was yesterday. What does...
まあまあ、誠さん、
I try to dig deeper, but she cuts me off.
気にする必要はないですよ。ほら、いつもわけのわからないことを言うのがホタルじゃないですか。
Yeah, I don't think that's an excuse. Is that really something you should be saying about yourself?
謙虚なもので。
I don't think that's what modest means.
はあ、言霊殺しですね。
She laughs coolly under her parasol. I can tell she's trying to steer the conversation away from something, but I can't tell what exactly. I get what she means by kotodama killer. If I'm ever curious about something, I just ask someone. And even if they're unwilling, I can always use my kotodama to wrest an answer out of them. So I just say what I mean. There's no hidden meaning in my words, and my true intentions are always on full display. But the one exception is when I'm talking to Hotaru. Then we both have to consider what the other is thinking and choose our words carefully. The conversation we weave in this way is almost like a game. It's almost like foreplay. And God, do I love it. My man. I guess I only become really human when I'm with you, Hotaru. I smile at the amusing thought of it.
What?
Oh, nothing.
ついに何でもないとか言い出しましたね。そろそろ聞こえなかったふりも始めますか？
What's that supposed to mean?
相手の恥ずかしい独り言が聞こえたのに、調子に乗って聞こえなかったふりをするということがあるんですよ。
The oblivious act. Huh, weird. If that happened to me, I'd just reply to them normally.
まったく、冗談も通じない。
She looks at me in exasperation, her parasol still twirling over her shoulder. I must have said something wrong again, but it's funnier this way, so whatever. Well then, now that I've gotten Hotaru a parasol, we should start walking to the lake again, but then suddenly, I hear a thin, reedy voice. Huh? Hotaru makes an odd sound as she starts to busily search the area. That was a cat. I look around for the source of the voice too. Soon I find a family of cats in a hard-to-see spot between a building and a pile of boxes. There's one large cat lying on its side and 3 kittens nestled up to its stomach. It looks like they're having a milk fest, or feast. Here they are. I call Hotaru over. She trots over to me, her parasol whirling. You know this mother cat?
昔からこの辺りにいる野良猫ですね。春にお腹が膨らんでいたという話は聞いていたんですけど。
I see. I've never seen a cat close up like this before.
誠さんたちの里にはいなかったんですか？
As she talks, her eyes remain fixed on the cats. Nope, no dogs either. Well, I've seen several dogs being walked down the street since I came to town, though. So this is what a cat looks like. I've often seen pictures of pet ones in magazines or on TV, but I didn't realize they were so sleek yet fluffy in real life. Very cute. In terms of animals I'm familiar with, I guess they look the most similar to baby tanukis. I reach out my hand to try to touch them. Whoa. The mother cat hisses at me, and then she turns around and moves further back into the alleyway. I should have known. Back in the village, we were always warned that mother animals were very protective of their young. Hotaru follows the mother cat, her eyes sparkling. This time, it's Hotaru's turn to carelessly reach out her hand toward the cats. Watch out, it's dangerous.
大丈夫です。
Well, I have to censor that, but that's okay. Interesting choice of pattern and color and all that, but look, cats! She squats down next to the cats and picks one of the kittens. Huh, how did she do that? The mother cat is looking in Hotaru's direction, but doesn't hiss or anything. And the kitten seems perfectly pleased to sit in Hotaru's hand, as it rubs its cheek against her fingers. She brings the kitten up to her face and greets it happily. Huh, I guess it's okay to touch them then. Let me... The second I begin to reach out, the mother cat bares its fangs at me again. Why me?
誠さんは気配が強すぎるんですよ。
Presence, huh? It is true that Hotaru doesn't have a very strong presence. That's how she can always sneak up on people. So maybe that's why the cat isn't wary of her? And here I was thinking I was pretty good at suppressing my presence.
かわいい。ふわふわのもこもこだね。
She brings the kitten to her cheek to nuzzle it. She laughs as the kitten unexpectedly licks her cheek. All I can do is sit back and watch enviously. I'm just so jealous. I put my hand on Hotaru's head. Oh, nothing. I just felt like doing this. I guess I subconsciously decided that if I couldn't pet the cats, I could at least pet Hotaru. Hotaru, are you a cat lover?
Hi.
No hesitation. Given her personality, I thought she'd try to throw me for a loop by saying no, but apparently her love for cats is so strong that she can't help but admit it.
猫だけじゃなくて、ワンコも好きです。
Doggies. Hotaru, do you have an alternate personality or something?
そんなことありませんよ。
Oh, some other things, you know. You sure do love animals. Her only answer is a goofy smile spreading across her face. Yeesh. I sighed to myself, rolling my eyes. It's rare to see Hotaru being so straightforward about things, but this side of her is cute too, I have to say. Now I get it. Maybe what I'm seeing now is the normal, or maybe what I'm seeing now is the normal Hotaru that she was talking about yesterday.
うちでも飼えればいいんだけどな。
Why can't you?
残念ですが、お母さんが動物アレルギー持ちなんですよね。
Allergic?
動物のそばにいるとくしゃみが止まらないとか、痒くなったりしちゃうんですよ。
Huh, that sounds pretty rough. She's already forgotten about what she was saying and is back to cooing over the kittens.
目やにもないし、痩せてもいないし、野良のままでも大丈夫かな。まあ、この辺の人たちが餌とかくれてるみたいだからね。
Do you want to stay here for a little while longer?
もうしばらく。
She didn't look like she was planning to leave anytime soon, but I asked just in case. Oh, this is fine too. It's not like there's anything in particular I wanted to do at the lake today. Hotaru almost looks like she's getting feverish with excitement over the kittens, so I decided to go buy some cool drinks. I like cats. Cats don't like me. It is what it is. Alrighty, I think we can end the episode here. I think now is an okay point. I don't really know what to say. I'm very split, kind of torn, a little sad in a way that whatever is happening with Hotaru, it's unfortunate that the memories that Makoto has shared with her thus far aren't sticking. It's as if like what we went through in the very beginning of the game, those close times with her mean nothing now, or at least to her. Something's up. Something's going on. And I'm just, I don't know, I'm a little heartbroken over it, you know? But I guess we'll keep on trekking along, and I'm sure we'll figure out what the hell's happening. So thank you all for watching this episode. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy shit, and I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy.